He has your name.
Welcome to Practically Tactical on Target, brought to you by the Firearms Radio Network. Practically Tactical on Target is a show dedicated to sharing with you some of the best products or services in the firearms industry. Don't forget to listen to the Practically Tactical show here on the Firearms Radio Network as well. New episodes drop every Sunday at noon Central Standard Time and feature some of the most well-known figures in the firearms industry. I got a real special episode for you guys today here, a product that's just starting crowdfunding, just on the market, that is definitely bringing a new approach to providing shotgun shells, we'll say. But we have Todd on from Ammo Boss. Thanks for coming on, Todd.
Well, thanks for having me, Nick.
So before we get started here, I will mention for those watching on YouTube, there's a link below into the crowdfunding. For those listening on podcast, in the show notes, there will be a link as well. So, and then obviously they can find all this information. What's your website?
The website for Ammo Boss is ammo-boss.com.
Awesome. And I'm assuming you have a Facebook page as well?
Yeah, it's Facebook/Ammo Boss.
Awesome. Well, I'm really excited about this project, and you shared it with me beforehand a couple months ago, and I was really, really excited about it. So thanks for coming on. I think this is just really cool, and I really, really hope this goes through because not only do I want this product, but your long-term plans, which we'll talk about, I want more of that as well. So obviously, Todd, you're known for Strike Hard gear, which is obviously well reviewed gear, highly reviewed, great product. So from making Eastern Bloc chest rigs and gear to Ammo Boss, how did that happen?
Well, it really happened because I've been getting requests for a better way to carry shotgun shells, and I looked at what the market had out there, the Velcro loops, the different chest rigs, the different pouch schemes that you see where they open up the pouch and it flaps out in 4 directions, and then you have 20 shells banging around in there. The bandoliers that makes it look like Pancho Villa, but really is, for practicality's sake, they're not all that practical. I looked around and I kept trying to make something better with nylon and elastic, and realized, I think nylon, even though that's my tool, my craft is nylon, tactical nylon, I realized, that's not the way to go about this. I have to come up with an out-of-the-box solution and change my medium. And I realized at that point that I think the answer lies in, basically, we need a polymer magazine that'll hold shotgun shells.
It wasn't from eating the Pez, like you have in your crowdfunding video.
Well, yeah, it kind of was. I was tooling along, making something like a chest rig or something like that, kind of like in the video, and the thought occurred to me is, what is a magazine? It's kind of like a Pez dispenser, isn't it? And
Yeah.
And typically with a magazine, the rounds come out the front, if you will, the narrow side. I thought, God, what if they came out the side like a dispenser? Hey, now there's an idea. And then that kind of got it onto the idea. And like everybody else, I pull out the paper and a pencil and I start drawing the thing up and coming out with some ideas. And from there, it just kind of took on a life of its own.
Well, man, I'm really excited about this product and what it could be used for other stuff too. But let's talk about like the crowdsourcing, crowdfunding. For those that might not be familiar with that term or what it's been used for, can you kind of explain it to people before we go into it?
Sure. Crowdfunding has really come into its own over the last year or two, and you might have heard it as like Kickstarter or Indiegogo or Rocket Hub, and there's other platforms that are really popping up. And what it does, it allows people with projects, not only manufacturing type projects like I'm trying to do, but film projects and video games and things like that, that require capital investment to get it out on the market or get it developed. And what crowdfunding does is allows the producer to go into the crowd, if you will, the internet, and instead of trying to say, hey, I need somebody like off a Shark Tank to give me $90,000 to get this thing started, how about if I go directly to the market and I can find maybe 2 or 3,000 people each willing to give me 40,000. I'm sorry, 40,000. Oops.
Yeah.
How about 40 bucks? It's the old, hey, if I just had a dime from everybody who said something, I'd be rich kind of thing. But it's really a great mechanism. It's legitimate, and it really it solves a lot of issues as far as getting the capital to bring a new product into market.
Yeah, and for those that might be worried, you don't have to. Guest that's been on the show many, many times, Peter Palma, from Top Shot, and now MS Clean. He started his own company from I think on Kickstarter, a similar site, and he's been up and going too. And people got their stuff. So let's kind of move into the actual product itself, and then we'll talk about the really kind of cool options you have for your crowdfunding. So it is
Sure.
basically a Pez dispenser,
Yeah.
but instead of giving out candy, it gives out shotgun shells.
Yeah, exactly. Here's one of my prototypes, and in developing this, we've been using 3D technology, printing technology, in developing it. So, which is really cool. So not only are we doing the crowdfunding, but we're doing, CAD CAM, we're doing 3D development. We're trying to make this as efficient and as possible to get through the process. And the way this works is. Um, the current design will hold 8 12-gauge shells. It'll hold the 2 and 3/4 inch shells. It's like a magazine. It's spring loaded, and with a follower and a base. And basically, if you can wear it on your belt or wear it on your vest or however you want to wear it. Put it in a bug out bag or something. And then when you need a shotgun shell, you can just peel one out or two, and to reload you just put it right back through the same opening, and you can reload the dispenser.
That is just slick. Because let's be honest, everybody out there that's listening that has ever went hunting or uses a shotgun, you put them in your pocket. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And if you're in a hurry, and I know everybody's done this before too, especially if you're using a plug and you have to have, you're limited on rounds. You reach in your pocket, you grab them, you don't know which way they're coming out.
Yeah.
You're gonna fumble with them, and that's not to be like as seen on TV pitch. That's just the way it is. And then even with the holders in the vests, they're not going to be solid like that is. I mean, that's just.
Yeah, and going back to what I was saying about elastics, you have your vest, you used it for a season or two, and the elastic loops now are stretched out. And your shells, a lot of times the shells slide through, or they just don't hold the way you want. Or the other part of it is just the shell management of it. That you've taken a few out, you used it, now it's time to reload. Maybe you flushed a bird or something, and you want to and you got to do a quick reload. You're looking down to see where the next round's coming from, and that's what's nice about the gunner's mate is you have it on your belt. You know where that next round is coming from. You just reach down, and you can just pull it out. It's just that simple.
Keep your eyes on the target.
Yeah, keep your eyes on the target and keep your gun in play.
That is awesome. All right, so let's go on to the crowdfunding thing again for those that are listening to podcast. There's a link in the show notes. He has I found an awesome video because all these crowdsourcings, they come with the video. So he has a video where you can get see it in the action and working, and it has a bunch of sense of humor in it, which I absolutely love. That was some pretty funny videos in there. So this just launched, and then there's a couple different levels, and then we'll go over them here. And so basically there's an entry level where if people can just, hey, I think it's really cool, but you know what, maybe I can't, but they can throw in a buck or two and whatever, and that contributes, right?
Yeah, and that contributes, and that'll go to the bottom line of the project, and that's awesome. It's a great way for someone to come along and say, I'm supporting what you're doing. Maybe it's not for me, maybe the timing isn't right, but I'm supporting what you're doing. Keep moving forward. And the other thing is it also kind of sends a signal, because these crowdfunding campaign platforms, they watch the campaigns, and it sends a signal that this one is popular, and it'll help rise in the rankings. So any kind of even a $1 contribution or comments supporting in the comment section is really needed to help what they call the go-go factor and help raise the awareness of my product up within Indiegogo.
Oh, that's really good to know. So even if guys, you're not a shotgun guy, chip in a couple bucks, help them out. But so then the next level is if they contribute $40, then once this is done, and then they receive one of the Ammo Boss Gunner's Mate, right?
Yeah, they'll receive a gunner's mate, postage paid to the house, and then also what we're going to include is we're having Ammo Boss logo patches made up. Unfortunately, I'm not showing it right here. We're going to have, and you'll get a Velcro patch that you can put on your hat or your vest, wherever you want to go. So you'll get a cool patch and then an Ammo Boss.
Okay. And then the next level is actually a little bit of a discount, is $78, and then there's 2 Gunner's Mates.
Yep. Basically same offer, 2 gunner's mates, one for you and a friend, one for each side, however you want to carry it, and like you say, a slight discount.
Okay. And then here's the next 2 levels, which are really, really interesting. So again, a little bit more of a discount there. You can get 3 gunner's mates for $114. And then, again, with all the same stuff. But here's the real thing. This is called the door kicker. And this is kind of the featured perk, we'll say, of the crowdfunding, is you get 3 gunner's mates and a special edition door kicker logo. But also, people actually get to be a part of the development of the final product and design of this. I think that is really cool. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, and this goes back to a kind of like a fundamental belief that I have is, and I've done it with Strike Hard gear, and I want to do it through this, is that I need to know from the customers, from the end user, what features, what benefits, and what does the design really need to look like. I hate to push something out and just miss it by that much because I forgot to include something that I wasn't thinking of. I'm too close to the forest to see the trees. Whereas if I had a focus group of people that were interested in the product, they would say, well, why didn't you do this? Or why didn't you do that? So that's what we're doing with the door kicker group. It's a limited group, only 350 seats in that, and with a heavy discount on the ammo bosses that they're going to get. But what we're going to do is we're going to do a web conference that will allow everybody to get into, and they're going to be able to do what they're going to be able to do is to provide input into the final product. So we'll have our engineer. He'll be able to take some of the ideas, work them into the final design. Maybe you don't like the layout of our checkering, something like that, or here on the back of the belt clip, maybe you have a better idea for the belt clip. We can build some of that in there and get it then worked into the mold so that the door kickers can help influence what the final product is going to look like.
That is awesome. So not only are they contributing to a really cool product, they actually have an involvement into the final product. I think that is really unique.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like an old school guy. Graduated back in the '80s before all the computer stuff came out. But what's really cool about the time we live in is the whole idea of real time and quick time, that we can CAD up a design, we can come up with 3D printing to churn one out. Prototypes are fairly simple and easy to do. I can we have platforms that allow people to influence the design and get it out there to match their needs. I think the more traditional way would have been, have a great idea, you come out and you have maybe an internal focus group up at the corporate level. Here's what we're going to put into it because we think this is what the people want. They make 50,000 of them, push them out there, they don't sell. Because again, they missed it by this much. Mm-hmm. And that's what's just kind of neat about this time and this place that we're in is how we can handle the manufacturing, the raising of the money to get this produced, and get a really awesome, cool product in the hands of the people.
Yeah, and we should talk here is if everything goes according to the goal. And I should say too, if you go again, click on the crowdfunding, and you have you have it broken down of the project, the cost, where the money goes. So it's not like you're just asking, hey, I need $90,000 to make this product. You actually have it broken down line by line by line, the different where you're at, and kind of on everything on it, which I think is really cool as well. So people actually know where their money's going.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to do is, again, be transparent. Part of my background is I do come from a manufacturing background, both in a machine shop, medical device manufacturing. So I have some manufacturing chutzpah behind me. The other than that, from there, I graduated, if you will. I have a degree in business, a degree in operations management. For the last 15 years, I've been doing project management and business analysis. So, again, to address your point, I'm not there to try to collect money, spin the wheels for 2 years, and never come up with something. I'm there to make this a reality and have this into the hands of people, hopefully, by the time they're ready to go hunting this fall.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I want this product. I've wanted it for so much, and I've known about it for a couple months, and I haven't been able to say anything. And so let's talk about that too. On the crowdfunding, a question somebody might have is, well, I see there that on the sourcing, if we don't make the goal, but you're still keeping the money, it's not like you are personally keeping it or you're going to take it and run. All of this is going into this project.
Yes, exactly. I have a special account set up for the Ammo Boss project, the Gunner's Mate project, and what this is about, it kind of does two things for us. Is, of course, it's raising the cash to get the molds made. The molds aren't cheap. Developing a custom spring isn't cheap, but we're going to get it done. So it does two things. It helps us raise the money for this, but it also indicates interest. And with that, if we can get an indicator of interest, if this thing goes over the top and it's well received and we make money, great, we can move forward, everybody's happy. If not, then again, that money will sit in the account, but then at that point, I will be able to go out and find some alternative financing for the remainder of the balance. So it should go forward. The project will go forward. It's just I would like it to go forward with the blessing and the contribution of the firearms community.
Yeah, no, I think that's very important, but I think that's awesome too. You're not just going to give up, which I think there could be some people out there. So you're obviously dedicated to your craft, as we all know from Strike Hard Gear.
Yeah, I hope people's experience with Strike Hard Gear and they go out and take a look at the site, take a look at the reviews, that they would realize, yeah, we mean business.
Yeah. So I think that wraps up the crowdfunding there. Again, you guys got to go check out the video. Todd put definitely some humor into it. And again, everything is laid out there, all the different basically like levels of that you can buy into. The project is there, the production plan, a timeline, communications plan. There are stretch goals, which I'll hit on here in just a second. And then, of course, there's a story and a frequently asked questions. So this ends June 30th, is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. We're on a 30-day program, and that's why I really need the help from your viewers and your listeners to go there and take a look. And if it tickles your fancy, sign up. Reserve an Ammo Boss or 2 or 3 at the level that's most comfortable for you. And even if you can't, at least try to give $1 to help me with my go-go factor. Time is of the essence, and because of that limited time, and what will happen is, people will go, they'll say that's cool, and then forget about it. Strike while the iron's hot.
You are absolutely correct.
And the other thing with the crowdfunding campaigns is they're based on momentum. If we can get enough early momentum, the campaign will carry through. If we have a bunch of people that are interested, but they're all waiting around saying, well, I'm going to see what this is going to do. Well, if they would have all jumped in, it would have been done. So, we can't have that hesitation. That's why we have the door kicker special. We want people to kick the door, kick the door, burst in, and help us get that momentum going.
Okay, and we'll talk about like the stretch goals here. If everything hopefully goes according to plan, you're looking to expand this into more than just shotgun shells.
Yeah, exactly. I really think that there is a need um, for solutions like this for low capacity weapons. All the big companies, they want to chase after the latest AR magazine. I mean, how many people have some kind of newfangled AR magazine? They're chasing after the magazine-fed weapons. What about our friends, the revolvers? There are people that carry 38s concealed carry. Wouldn't they like to have something cool like this that maybe held 12 rounds, like two reloads that they can clip on their belt real quick when they're ready to, when they're putting the 38 in their holster, they can pop that in there, and with quick reloads, maybe 44 Magnum.
Yeah.
Also, I really think that there would be quite a bit of interest in a device such as this for the 30 caliber rounds, for the
Yep.
30-30s, the 308s, the 30-06, the guys with bolt actions and lever actions that need something again besides elastic loops or putting them in their pockets.
Nope. That is. I was thinking 30-30 as soon as you said that.
Yeah.
All right. So again, where can people go to? Your website is.
They can go to ammo-boss.com, and from there they'll find a link how to get to the crowdfunding campaign. They can go to Indiegogo and search up shotgun or shotgun shell or ammo boss, and they'll find it there as well. Or they can go to strikehardgear.com. Again, strikehardgear.com. That's one word. They can go there, and in the banner slider section of the website, you'll see one where a guy's holding out some shotgun shells and a picture of the product. Click on that, and that'll take you there as well.
Okay. And then as well, guys, if you're listening, check the show notes. There's a link to the fundraiser and the video as well. For those watching on YouTube, it's just right down in the description box below. So go help this out. I personally know Todd. He's a great guy. And I really want this product. I really do want this one. For those that have, pheasant hunting, especially in Wisconsin, usually near the end, it's snowing and shotgun shells in your pocket. And man, it's just a really good solution. It's one of those things I look at and be like, why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of that? I was raised on Pez dispensers and I didn't think of that.
Thanks, Nick.
Yep, and again, you can check out his Facebook page at facebook.com/AmmoBoss. AmmoBoss. All right. Can you run that a couple more times on video so people can just see how awesome that is?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Here's the full size of the box. Again, this is a little bit of a rougher 3D prototype, and the end design will be kind of depend on what our door kickers say. Back here, we'll feature there. You'll see this is the thumb sweep area, and we've made that big enough that you can, if you're wearing gloves, you can get in there and pull your rounds out real quick. Now, some of the 3-gunner guys have seen the video and they go, "Well, that's only one round. We need to pull 2." Well, you know what? You can reach in there and pull 2 just as quickly.
Yeah, that was quick. That is cool. All right, guys. So for all the listeners out there, let's make this happen. If not for Todd, for me. That's incentive, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah, and I want to ask your watchers and your listeners that please go check it out. Leave comments. Hopefully, you'll find something that tickles your fancy. Get in at whatever you can afford to do. But also forward my link around for the campaign. Help me make this thing go viral. That's the main thing. Is help me get some eyeballs on this, and the rest will take care of itself.
Yes, excellent. So do that, guys. Help them out. Again, I really want this product. So again, find that at ammo-boss.com. Check that out. So Todd, thank you for coming on talking about this product. Again, I've been waiting months to be able to do this. So I appreciate you coming on.
Oh, you're welcome.
So for all of our listeners out there, do you know maybe another Kickstarter or a new thing like this that's coming out that is a really cool product? Email me at nick@firearmsradio.tv. Let's get them on Practically Tactical on Target. So email those to me. And so until next time, for another edition of Practically Tactical on Target, brought to you by the Firearms Radio Network. Thanks.